Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back. Okay, we finished off yesterday's video, which was quite a long one, getting this base set up. So we now have everything in this facility. There's a couple of things that I mentioned I wanted to do at the end of the last video and I didn't do them. So we're going to go ahead and just do those now. The first of which is going to be to put some conveyor lifts in place. For that I'm going to need 2 of these, a couple of these, and a few other things. So let's just see if we can get everything we need here. So reinforced iron plates. I've got most of what I need for that. So let's just go ahead and build those before we do anything else. And then we can just sort that bit of a mess out that we've got there. But we're not going to need 18 reinforced iron plates, but we're going to just go ahead and get ourselves about 10. The rest of them we can do with Mark 1s. Okay. Well, the reason for this is because this is only 40 that's coming through here, so that's not a problem. Also, I need to cut this short, but not too short. So let's go ahead and just do this first. We'll bring this round to here, where it needs to go. But we're actually going to stop it just a little bit short. So we'll actually stop it here for now. I'm going to do exactly the same thing here with this one. This one's going to be a lot easier to do. So again, we're just going to bring it out to here. And then we could actually bring this one. We can bring this one out a bit different if we wanted to, but yeah, we're going to bring this one to here. We could have brought it out over here and then down. That would have also worked. And then we've also got this one as well that we're going to have to move. So that one we're just going to leave there for now. Alright, so that puts all 3 of these in pretty much the same spot. And then all we're going to do is use the conveyors. Now we're going to use a Mark II conveyor for this one. And we're going to connect it up like so. So here we'll do this. For this one we're going to do a Mark 1. And same here for this one. Alright, so that's the 3 of these done. Now we need to put the other side down so that this works and we can run through. So for this one, nice and simple, we'll just do like this. Same here. For this one, we're going to upgrade it to a Mark II. And all we need to do is just add the connection. That's going to need to be a Mark II. Okay, so now at least we can run through here without any of that hassle. It's a bit overkill of what we've done here, but this just allows everything to move into here. We can run through and we've got to keep jumping over that every time. So it just makes life a little bit easier. We can see this is all coming down. Perfect. So everything will be coming into here. We'll be able to access it if we need to later. Okay, so that's one thing done. That's all the access to these boxes here. That's not anything we need here. Everything else is done. Let's just check. Everything's flatlined. That's perfect. All right. So, progress. What do we need to do today? Well, we need the part assembly. That's one thing we need to work towards. And I think we can probably do that now. So we'll go ahead and select this milestone. Yep, we can definitely go ahead and add a few of these bits that we've got here. Nice, that's almost done. We'll just put those in. That one's finished. But we're not going to send this off just yet. We're also going to have a look and see if we can do this one and what we're going to need for this. So it looks like we've got everything we need here as well. But we are going to need some concrete. So let's just have a quick look and see if we've got all of the concrete that we need. We might even have some up here because this was one of our... No, that's just a bit of overlap that we've got. This one's empty. Just checking this one's empty as well. Yep. Okay, so on this side in here. Perfect. Alright, so we can add that. So this one's also done. Now, it doesn't matter which one we do first. And in fact, I'm actually going to go ahead and send this one off But at the same time, if I now go back into this, go to milestone, go to the first one, select milestone, I can send a second one as well. So they've both gone.
Milestone reached. More complex assembly of parts can now be automated. Project assembly parts can now be constructed and sent up via the space elevator. Note: project parts are too complex to produce by hand.
Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got here. Under the special tab, we now have the awesome shop and the awesome sink. The awesome shop is a little shop. We can just put this down pretty much anywhere. We will need some cables to be able to do that, and they're going to be in here. Grab some of those quickly. Okay, so I'm not actually going to build this yet, but just to show you that we can build it, we can put it down pretty much wherever we wanted to. So for example, if we wanted to, we could just put this here. We will just shut this down for a minute. So the awesome shop, just to show you this, is a way for you to be able to buy things. Now, I would always avoid things like parts. You don't need to spend tokens on these. But there's things like equipment, so you can buy a coffee cup, for example. There's some specials here. We're going to ignore these for now, come back to these later. Customizer is good if you want to be able to customize different types of patterns. Architecture is also good. There's some things you'll want to build here. Factory ladder is a really good one to have. Going across to walls, we are going to want to get doors, and also we're going to want to get conveyor walls. These two are very important. So we're going to go ahead and stick that and that one into our list of things that we want. We'll also put in the ladder, because we're going to want the ladder as well, which is a nice one to have. Stairs is something that we can look at later, but we'll add that in as well. Also, we're going to want to look at catwalks, because they're going to be good to have. The customizer we'll do later. We're not too worried about that right now. We definitely want to get the coffee cup. We need that. Foundations. Now, the double ramp set is really good, because this allows you to build upwards. If you need to traverse outside and get onto a high spot, the double ramp is going to allow you to do that. It's really, really nice foundation set. In terms of management, we're going to want to get the conveyor lift floor hole. That's a good one to have. We also want to get the wall power outlet, so we can actually stick these on the wall rather than having all of those poles around the base. We might want to go ahead and get the ceiling mount later. I don't want this right now. And in terms of organization, you might want to get some lighting. You might also want to look at getting some signs. But that's pretty much it. So now we can just click on here. We can see all the things that we want to pick up and what we need to do. So now we need to go and earn these coupons. So in order to earn these coupons and to be able to pick those up, we need to go ahead and build the awesome shop. Not the awesome shop, the awesome sink, sorry. Now the awesome sink is quite a large building, so we're going to put it in the corner somewhere. It also takes a lot of power. We need to just get a few more of these reinforced plates so we can do this. But we do want to get this down as quickly as we possibly can, because it's going to be beneficial for us to be able to start printing out those coupons early, especially as we've got all of that space left over. We're going to go ahead and just check this out. Okay. And what I tend to like to do here, because this has its own, well, it takes quite a lot of space. I actually missed one plate. I need one more reinforced plate. So let's just go and quickly grab that. Okay. And let's grab this awesome sink. And so what we're going to do here is we need to find somewhere to put this. So I'm just going to go ahead and press H. We're going to check and see if this is in the right place. No, it needs to come this way a little bit. I think we can probably move it over to the left too as well. Possibly 3 even. So we're going to tuck this away right in the corner, as far out the way as we possibly can. I'm just going to sit just here. And that is now going to be built. And we're going to put a box down as well. So we want to have a single box down. We need some iron rods for this. We actually have some of these in here. We'll just grab those. We're going to go ahead and just build ourselves a... So in terms of building this, I'm thinking that we're going to do it because we need to be able to get in here. And I actually can't right now unless I do this. There we go. So we're going to have to put this box here. And then that is just going to go straight in like so. All right, so the next thing that we're going to do here, I'm actually kind of thinking that I want to move this power out the way. Let's see. I'm going to go to power and I'm going to put a biomass burner in. For this, I need some wire. So we'll just go ahead and grab some of this. We have an abundance here, so that's fine. All right, let's just check this out. All right, it's going to be much better if it goes in that way. So let's just try and get this so it is where it needs to be. Yep, that kind of looks like it's going to work. It's only overlapping there. We can deal with that. It's not actually overlapping it. All right, and then the reason we're doing this is because I'm going to connect this up independently to this. The reason I'm going to do this is because this requires 30 power. If you look when you're building it, this takes 30 megawatts of power. This generates 30 megawatts of power. It's a lot to put onto the main network, so I'm going to run it independently. That way it can do its own thing. I can fill this with fuel, and this can start to work. Now, what I can look at is what is going to be too much. So, for example, here, I might want to put this up here. And what this is going to do is it's going to take all of this excess that I've got and it's going to start feeding it through into here. And then this is going to get fed through into here. And then we'll watch how much this takes. It's his own power network, so it's completely separate to the other network. Which means that once this runs out of biomass, it's just going to stop. So what's going to happen here is this is going to come in. They're going to go into here. As they go in, this is now going to start to burn down, as you can see. And it's burning down quite quickly at the moment, so we are going to have to get on top of this. But what we're going to see is we're actually making points towards our next coupon. So we're generating at the moment 10 points per minute. We're going to let that just deal with the overlap that we've got until we earn our coupons. And once we do, we can print our coupons out and we can spend them in our awesome shop. So that's great. That's done. There's nothing else we need to do there. We do need to go and pick up a little bit of... I think we need some more biofuel. So we're actually going to split this in half. We're going to head outside and go and get a couple more trees using the good old chainsaw that we've got here. I'll also grab some of these. But the trees are really the things we need. So the focus at the moment for us, there's still a few things that we need to look at in terms of what we've just upgraded. But we'll talk about that in a moment. But the focus for us right now has to be, how do we get better power? Because right now, this power is going to cripple us, constantly going out and chopping down trees. We're going to have to keep going further to do this. The whole deforestation idea is not ideal. So we can take a few down, but we need a better solution here. So let's look at what we can do to get a better power supply going. Let's get this big tree. I don't really want to cut this one down, to be honest. I'm going to leave that big tree. Or not. Kind of seems to take everything down in the area when you do this. Bushes and everything get cleared. Okay. That's pretty much everything there. We'll go and grab these here. And I'm hoping that's going to be enough for us. All right, back we go. So we can put a few more walls up here. I think that works well. These ones, yeah, they don't really work because of the clipping here, but we're going to fix that. So it's not ideal to have this. And we'll fix this later. But it is really a tomorrow problem rather than a today one. So we know this is an issue. We know we need to fix it. And we will. But we're just not going to fix it right now. Same with this. We know this is a problem we need to fix. But again, that's a tomorrow problem, not a today one. But we missed a bit over here. We'll go and clean this up. All right. And then the last two that we missed, which is going to be there and there. All right, so that's now done. Can't get in here anymore. I wonder if we do leave this one open maybe. So we have a way in, just for now. All right. Work to do, but it's better. Also want to do this one as well, so that kind of sits in there quite nicely. Also allows us to do these two. And we've got our entrance in here. And just to tidy this up, need a little bit of concrete. I'll just run and pick some of that up. In fact, do we have any concrete up here? No, we don't. It's fine because we've got loads of it in here. All right, we'll grab this ramp. This is going to give us a nice clean way in here. Perfect. So far, everything's starting to come together. Again, we can keep working on this, making it better. But overall, that works. All right, so the next thing that we need to do is going to be this one. This is making solid biofuel, but it's run out of mass. So we're going to go ahead here and do wood, biomass wood. In order for that to work, we're obviously going to have to chuck in everything here. So all of the wood's going to have to go in. The wood will then go in here, and it will come out as biomass at the top. So that's fine. E shouldn't be in here. Getting hurt from the gas over there. Alright, so let's check this out. This has got no power now, it's stopped. We can just put a little bit of this in to keep it going. Can even put a bit of this in, this solid biofuel, just to tick it over. Alright, so this is going to burn down. And as a result, we're going to get these coupons. We don't have a coupon yet, but we are working towards it. Okay, so we also know that we have just a lot of these screws that we don't need at the moment. So it's not particularly high-ticket items, but we can also chuck some of this in here, chuck some of these flower petals in here, and it'll put all this stuff through. Stuff that we're just not going to use. So anything now that we've got that we just know that we're not going to use, we can put it in there like so. And what this is going to do is it's just going to send it through into here. And if we want to make this process just a little bit quicker, we can go ahead and upgrade this. Now we do need reinforced concrete plates for that. So let me just go ahead and chuck down a crafting bench. Oh. Some screws. Okay, make a couple of these. I don't actually know how many I need, but the idea is to be able to upgrade this There we go. So now they'll just fly through there a bit quicker. Excellent. And so this is going to keep going until we get our coupon. So making 385 points per minute now. Got a lot more stuff going through. Excellent. All right, let's have a look at what else we've got. So we've looked at the MAM already. We know that the Awesome Sink and the Awesome Shop are now set up and we're making our coupons. So we're just going to leave that to kind of just keep ticking over. The shop we'll just leave here for now. We can move it later, but for now that's just fine for now. And again, we're just going to leave this ticking over here. If we want to, what we can do is obviously remove this because we don't want to do this. And instead we can just come in here, grab as many of these as we want. Oh, 1 second. There we go. Grab as many of these as we want, so all of those, and just drop them over here this way instead. It just keeps it a bit cleaner. We don't have to kind of mess about now, and we can just chuck all those in. So they'll just work through, do their thing. It will work down from the back end first. So we kind of want to do it like so. Now that is full. It's going to keep working. And obviously this is something we can keep an eye on as well. Perfect. I actually want to put another one of these walls here like so. Because we've got this to get out here. That's perfect. Alright, everything good so far. Now, in terms of just finishing off where we are at the moment, I want to make sure we've got everything in here done, which we have. We're now going to put all the grass through. We are going to change this now, once the wood has done, to be grass. And what this should be doing is putting up here all of the biomass. And then we'll put the biomass in the bottom and we'll change it over. So that little loop's just going to keep ticking over, doing its thing, and getting us our biomass. So we don't have to focus on it. What we can focus on instead is the next thing that we have, which is the assembler. So the assembler now is the next item. In fact, if we just pop back into here and have a look, the part assembly got us the assembler, the copper sheet, the rotor, the modular frame, and the smart plating. So copper sheet is now something that we can make. And the way that we're going to do this is we're going to head over to the copper factory that's being built. We know that's over here. And the wire we're going to leave, but here we actually had 2 lots of these being made. So we have 2 lots of wire that are being made and they're being stored. We're actually going to go ahead and swap one of these now. And we're going to swap it to copper sheets instead. So it's taking 20 copper ingots as opposed to 15. It actually needs more. And it's only making 10 copper sheets. So it's making taking 20 copper ingots. Now we actually only want it to take 15. So we're going to underclock this down to 7.5 per minute. That means it's only 15, which is the same as this. It does mean it's going to make less, only 7.5 copper sheets per minute, but it is going to start making copper sheets. So here we go. We're going to start getting these copper sheets now, and we can start stacking that up, and it's going to start putting them together. So we're still going to get the wire, but we don't need as much wire. So now we're going to start to get some copper sheets as well as the wire. Because as you can see, if we look in here, we've got an abundance of wire already. In here, we've got an abundance of cable. We're still slow on the building up the cement, so we'll just leave that. But now that's copper sorted, so we've got copper pipes coming. We're going to need those a bit later. So the other thing that we've got here are rotors, modular frames, and smart plating. These are all things that we're going to need to build. I'm not actually bothered about jump pads. We do need rotors for them. Everything else is done. Jump pads, I'm just not worried about at the moment. We don't need them. I want to open up tier 3 to get coal so we can move away from our basically our bio energy that we're currently using. So in order to do that, we need to open up the space elevator. So let's have a look at what's required to build the space elevator. We need 12 reinforced iron plates. We also need quite a lot of concrete. So let's see what we've got so far, shall we? We've got enough concrete, so that's fine. Wire, yep, we're going to need loads of that. So good job we made it. There's enough there. Iron rods, we know they're over here. We can go ahead and we can come and take these. I think they're on the... I don't actually think they're on this one. They're on, I believe, this one. There we go. So we can take enough of these. And now we just need reinforced iron plates, which is actually going to need some screws. Let's go ahead and just take a few screws as well. And now we can just quickly carve out these reinforced iron plates. And now we've got the assembler, we can automate this so we just don't need to make these anymore. And you'll see these are now available in standard parts. So a lot more stuff available, including industrial parts now. We're losing the iron plates, so we need some more iron plates. We'll just come and grab them. And we have enough now to put down our space elevator. Question is, where do we put it? Well, it doesn't actually matter. The fact is, it's huge, absolutely huge, but it doesn't really matter where it goes. We just need to put it somewhere. So what we're going to do is snap it to the grid. We want to kind of get it as low to the ground as possible. So we're going to press H, and then that is going to afford us the ability to move it. We're going to move it up as far as we can. We just lost power. So I think that's as far as this can go, this way. Also as far as it can go that way. So this is probably the best place we can put it for now. It does have some ports on it. We'll deal with that later. But for now, let's watch this build. This is the first time you're seeing it. It is amazing. It's definitely worth watching. Here it is. One space elevator. So the elevator is going to come down from space. And it's going to connect. And this is really a good opportunity to appreciate just how good Unreal Engine is as a game engine, and also how good developers of this game are to make these incredible structures that just look amazing. Watching this lock into place here. And there we go. On space elevator. Done. So what we now need to do, we can come up to this, configure it, and we need to add 50 smart plates. Now, smart plates are not something we can make by hand. We have to do this in the assembler. So we're going to create an assembler to do that. And that's going to be what we need to progress to the next level. Also, we know that we're going to need to just quickly grab some of this. So we'll grab as much biomass as we can at the moment. And we're just going to head back and make some solid biofuel. So not ideal that we have to do this, but this is something that we're not going to have to do for much longer. Let's just check and see how we're doing here. So we run out here. We run out here as well. Okay, so we're going to put some in here. We actually have some left there. We have some left there. So it's just there and there. So we'll just crack that back on. 10 per minute. We don't actually have that long. What we're going to do now, because this is finished, is we're going to select recipe and we're going to do leaves. This will not take long. It will just fly through really quickly. We'll get this so we get some more biomass. Then once the leaves are all done, put the leaves in first. Then we'll put the biomass in. And then we'll be able to make some more of this solid biofuel. And hopefully we'll get that done so that we can carry on. This looks like it's died. So we'll go ahead and chuck some more of these in. Just to burn this because we want to get these tokens. Now look, we've got 7 printable tokens. So we're going to go ahead and print these 7 tokens. We're going to grab them. We're going to head over to the awesome shop. Go to our parts and we'll see what we need. Well, look, we can make conveyor walls. So let's go ahead and buy those. And door walls. Let's go ahead and make those. Go to the checkout, buy all. And we've now got those 2 items. So what we can do now, if we come over to here, for example, go to walls, we've got this new wall. So we can put this conveyor wall in here now, like so. That looks really good. And we can take this one out. And whilst it's not ideal, that we don't really want to come in there actually, because that's not ideal. We'll come down the end here. And what we're going to do is we're going to place a door. We can do a center door, like so. And now we just walk up to the door and we can head out. So we don't actually need these ramps anymore. We can get rid of these. Because we're not going to be able to go in that way. And also, another thing we can do is get rid of this part of the ramp. So what we're going to do is click this. And from here now, we'll just go straight to there instead. Coming on to the outside, we're going to want to do the same thing. So just this little bit here that we've got. We're going to grab it from there. And we're going to connect up to there. Right, just getting away from that toxic cloud. In through this door. We'll grab this. This one, a little bit difficult. I think we haven't got any biofuel left. Nope. So we'll have to wait for that one. But now this is coming through here, which is much cleaner and much better. We can do the same for the other places over here. So again, we've got the same thing here. We're just going to put this conveyor wall in place. The first thing we'll do is we'll just connect it like so. And actually, we're not going to do anything else there because that's absolutely fine. It's not connected to it, but it looks fine. We'll just load this up. And then here, we'll put in a door. Okay, so putting in this foundation on top here. With a door to come in. This way out over here. And again, just finishing off this last little bit. We're going to want to put a conveyor on here as well. Perfect. So now it comes through. Just looks really good. It's not connected up to there, but it works. It's as good as. We actually don't need this one, which means all of this can go. This is all excess we don't need. And instead, what I'm going to do for now is in foundations, I'm just going to put a little ramp on. And we've got a nice little ramp up. There we go. So again, just those little tweaks to make this look a little bit better. I'm not too keen. It's very dark in there at the moment. It's fine. It's just very industrial. We're going to leave that as it is. We'll put a door in here. Making it a bit darker in here, obviously, still. But that's okay for now. And then we're going to put a door here. We'll be able to come out like so, all the way down here. This one we know doesn't work. It's not ideal, but we're going to just leave it as it is for now, like so. You kind of get the idea of how we can play about with this, change it, do some stuff. And we'll put a door on the side here. So nice door through to here. And finally, we'll just put a nice door just down the bottom. Oh, just down here, bottom here. Okay, that one's a bit. There we go. All right, so overall, we've kind of finished a lot of this. We still need to put the roof on. We're going to do that later. We're keeping it open right now so we can see because it's quite dark in here. This looks like it's run out of power again, so we'll just give it a little bit more. We've got no coupons at the moment, but that's fine. So just those two things alone have just made a bit of a difference here. So we'll just continue on from where we was. Grass is still going through. Take everything out of there. Start putting this through here. And again, we're going to just be working on building up to the rest of this, so that's fine. Okay, we need 50 of these plates. And as I mentioned, we can't make them here. So how do we do this? How do we make these plates? Well, if we go back to production, we have an assembler. And an assembler is going to allow us to make these plates. So it needs 4 rotors, and it needs, let's just make these first. So we're going to start by making them. So we're going to make 4 rotors. It'll take a little bit of time. Okay, the other thing that we're going to need, and by the way, we can just add this up to here. So we're going to need, let's just get rid of, in fact, we don't need the lift anymore because we've done those. We don't need that anymore. We've done those. It's just the assembler. So now we just need some cables. Cables are going to be down here. And I think they're in this one. Nope, they're not. They're in this one. Okay. So let's put down our first assembler. It doesn't actually matter where this goes at the moment. I'm just going to put it here for now. We can fix this out later. But this assembler basically is going to allow us to make reinforced iron plates, modular frames, rotors, and smart plating. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to... actually, we can get rid of that because... yeah, there shouldn't be a way through there. We can get rid of this now as well. It doesn't need to be here. So we've got this open space. And we want to build out a couple more of these. So in order to build out smart plating, we need rotors and reinforced iron plates. So we need an assembler to make reinforced iron plates. And we need an assembler to make rotors. Rotors requires screws and also rods. Reinforced iron plates take screws and metal plates. So one and the other. We don't need modular frames at the moment, so we can ignore those, but we do need smart plating. So rotors and that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 more assemblers. So we need to make 8 rotors, and we need to make some reinforced iron plate. So let's go ahead and just make the reinforced iron plates that we need. And then what we're going to do is we're going to link everything out of the boxes that it's being stored in, and we're going to put it into these to create what we need. So we have this constant supply coming in. Okay, so now we're going to make the rotors. Perfect. So we'll put the first one here so it's right next to it. And then we're also going to want to put one behind it as well. It doesn't really matter where this one goes, but we are going to try and line it up with the other one. So we're just going to push this forward a little bit. Just so it's up to the door here. So there's a bit of a gap here, but not too much. Enough to put one of our items in that we need, and then we'll be able to push out from around here. We'll get rid of that door because that door doesn't need to be here. Still getting damaged from being too close in that corner there. But okay, that's nice and clean. That now works. So what we're going to have is this is going to make rotors for us. Well, actually, let's have a look. Because in order to make this, there's the screws. And there's the plates. So this one's actually going to be better off for us making plates. Because the plates can just go straight in. And actually, this one, which is going to make the rods, is going to be better off going into here. Now, this is not pretty, but bear with me. That's going to go into here. And then this one, which is going to be a bit of a mess, is actually going to need to go twice. So this one's going to come over here into this. But, and this is where the problem's going to be, we're going to need to fix this and figure out how we do this. We're going to have... let's just get this working for now, and then we'll fix it later. So we need a splitter here. All right, now this is, again, not going to be pretty. But this splitter It will work. This splitter is going to split out of here. And from here, we actually need to come into here. Now, this isn't going to work. So we're going to have to find a better way to do this. But the idea is that needs to go into there and also into here. So it needs to go into both of them. And that's the problem we've got at the moment. So let's actually remove this. Let's remove this one. Let's get that splitter down first. Okay, we're just going to lay this down here. I'm thinking that's going to work. I think that's going to come straight in. Alright, so if that does, that will be... Okay. Alright, this is going to be a little bit spaghetti for a moment. So that's going to go into there. That one's going to go into there. Again, this is not nice, but just bear with me. That one's going to go into there. And this one is going to come across into there. Alright. Again, bit spaghetti, not ideal. This one we need to tell it what to do, which we've already done. And then we need to power it up. So, power up 1 and then 2, like so. And then the final thing we need to power up, which is actually going to be this one, going to be this here. And for this to work, we're going to have this output into here, and this output into here. And this is going to make the smart plating. Done. So you can see reinforced iron plates are going to be made here. Again, a little bit messy, but it will work. I don't think this is actually connected though. Yeah, that's not actually working, which is a real shame. So, I guess I can try from there. Yeah, it's a mess. Bit spaghetti. This is not ideal. But we're actually going to leave this just like this for now, whilst we go and figure out our electrical problem. We'll come back and fix that. As long as we fix it, that's all that matters. Okay, so we need... In here, we have this. Not really much. And in here we have this. That's still got some in. That's still got some in. This is one empty. This one is empty. Alright, we're on. Let's have a look at power-wise. Right, capacity is only 120. Max consumption is 153. That means we are going to trip a fuse. We are perfectly aligned, but now we're coming up a bit. We're at 119. As soon as that rotor and that goes into the last one, it's going to pop, and that fuse is going to go. And that's because of that last building. So this should trip in a minute. This is the leaves, which is now done. So now we can come here to make solid biofuel. And I can roll that in. There we go. We've tripped. That's perfect. And that's this one that's tripped it. So we're going to have to pause this for now. And we're going to have to go back. We should be able to turn this back on now. Nope. Capacity is still 153. Okay, let me just check this out. That is on standby. You know what? I think the only thing we can do here, we just need some wire. We're going to have to put another one in. In fact, how much are we short by? You know what we can do? We'll do this. Need 3 wire. We'll use these 2. We'll put this one down here for now. 1 connecting to there. 1 is going to connect. Now what? I need to just remove this wall for a minute. 1 into there. And yep, that's right. We don't have anything. So take 200 out of there. We'll put half in here. Now I'm going to put half in here. 120, 160. Perfect. I don't think this is going to work. Try it anyway. $153 max, 160 capacity. We're good. We're good. But the problem we're going to have here is the same problem we keep having, is we are going to run out and we don't have anything left. So we need to get, everything needs to keep running. We just need to go out and get more biofuel. We are waiting now for this. It's creating 2 per minute. We need some rotors, but we have the reinforced going in. So let's just check why this isn't working. We didn't select rotors. That was the problem. So now it's going to be making rotors for us. So the rotors will be going in. The screws and the iron rods are going in. Rotors will come out and go into there. And so everything's now working. So this is the advanced area. And as you can see now, by making it as big as we did, these assemblers, they're not small buildings. And they need a bit of space to be able to run them properly. Now, I could move these forward. Absolutely, I've got space and I can clean all of this up, and I will do that. But for now, I'm not that bothered by it. I can actually move this one forward as well. So in a minute, we'll do that. We'll move this forward. In fact, I guess I want to do it now because I kind of need to. There's our first rotor going through. Now this will start working. So rotors and reinforced plates now being created. And then these are just going to sit in here for the moment, and we're going to leave those. We need 50 of these. All right, so we're making 2 per minute. We need 50. It's going to be 25 minutes. A lot of time. And that's providing everything keeps working. So we should hopefully do it in this video. I need a little bit of biofuel because I need to go and get some more trees. But I'll tell you what I'm going to do to get the trees initially. I'm actually going to run over to the other side. Grab a bit of this. 2 of these. We're going to go back to this area over here where we started before. And see what we can pick up. So let all of this here. We'll grab all of this wood. That's a decent amount of wood, and I still think it's better than chopping down trees, to be honest with you. Especially in this middle area here. Now, some of the stuff's going to have respawned, so just bear that in mind. But not everything. So there's definitely some wood here, but not that much. Yeah, a lot of this hasn't respawned yet. We'll grab this here. Decent amount of wood over here. We'll grab this. And we're going to start preparing and setting ourselves up for the next milestone. All right, let's just, we don't actually have any biofuel on us. So what we're going to do is put down a crafting bench. And we're just going to make a little bit of wood. And that's going to make a little bit of biofuel. That's it. And that's going to be enough for us to just chop down a couple more trees. We'll take down a couple of these big trees. Right, another 24 there. We'll get this big one here as well. So we'll get a couple of these big ones. Get a couple of little ones as well. That was a decent amount. Again, we don't want to clear out this whole area. 700 leaves. And about 250 wood. Alright, let's head back. Heading just outside of that cloud, we are going to collect as much of this as we possibly can. Even if it hurts us, because we want this wood. We're actually right in the middle of this right now. And you can see it's really hurting us as well. Okay, we're alright now. We're at the other side. We will heal up. It's okay. And let's head back inside. We can just tidy this little bit up here by putting a door on here. And we can just simply come outside. Grab a foundation. Use a ramp, because ramps work really well. And there we go. We've got another way to come up and in here if we need to. Excellent. All right, let's just finish this off, shall we? So at the moment, we need to make this biomass. We're going to start by doing biomass wood. And we'll just chuck all the wood in here that we've got. And then in terms of the leaves, we'll go and do that ourselves. Just trying to make as much of this biomass as we can, just to help with this fuel. And I'm hopeful that that's the last time we're going to need to do this. Color cartridge is something else that's going to be leaving the game. We're not going to need that in the future, so you can ignore it. Okay. Chuck all that in there. Grab this out. Perfect. Alright, this looks like the power's gone, so we will... chuck that in there for now, and then we're going to go and check this power out, because we have to keep this power going. That'll be okay for now. We have 119 here, so by the time I split that again and that again, so here and here, I'll chuck that in there. Chuck that one in there. That one in there. And that one in there. Now I'm going to change this over to go for solid biofuel. Get everything in there, and I'm going to put it in there instead. Load the machine up with as much as I can to start with, and that's going to make biofuel. Perfect. that is actually going to have a bit of a knock-on effect. Only way I'm going to be able to fix that is to take this wall out, take that conveyor out completely, and replace it like so, which is not ideal. I put a door on there by mistake, I think I did. Yeah. Now I could put a conveyor on there and on there, but I'm not going to bother for now. I'm just going to leave it as it is, just for now. We'll sort that out later. Take that. I'll put half in there. The other half in here. 12 per minute in the flowers. That's interesting. I didn't know you could use flowers as biofuel. Should have realised that. Interesting. Well, may as well use them. Get rid of them. Alright. So far, so good. Everything's working and we're building out these. We've got 10 already. So this is really good. We do need some more rotors though. We are running out of rotors. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a few. Just so that I'm a bit ahead of myself. We can make 57 at the moment, so I don't need that many, but I'm going to just make like 4 or 5. Perfect. And that way we're not waiting. Because at the moment the problem we have is, look, as you can see, we have no rotors. And the reason for that is because at the moment we're making 4 rotors per minute, and this requires 2 rotors per minute. Okay, so we should have twice as many rotors going out than we have going in, but we don't have enough screws in here. So we're not actually getting enough screws in at the moment. So even though we're getting screws, we're not getting enough. Reason for that at the moment is we have 60 coming out. We have 30 going in here, but we need 60 a minute. And we need 100 in here. So we just don't have enough screws at the moment. So only way we can fix this is at the moment we have 60 a minute coming down here. We can actually we can upgrade these. Although that one, I think that one might be a Mark II. Interestingly, I can't get to that to upgrade it. I can't actually get to that, so I'm going to have to move all of this later anyway. I'm not bothered to right now. I'll do it later. But that one we can upgrade. This one I can't because I haven't got enough. We need to be able to push stuff through quicker. We can't do that at the moment. So we'll do that later. But for now, because these are short, we'll just chuck some more in here. Manually. It's not ideal, but it works. That way we can keep an eye on these. We've got enough rotors, we've got enough of these. We're good. We're good to keep making these smart plates. Now, this is going to complete phase 1 of the space elevator. And that's kind of what we need to do at the moment. So this is still working, which is good, which means here we've got some coupons. We'll go ahead and print our coupon that we've got. Come back to our awesome shop. Look at what we need, and I think it's time to buy ourselves our coffee cup. Now we've got that, we can take it. And we're good to go. So we've got our coffee cup. Power's good. Everything here is good. Can't actually do anything else in the hub at the moment apart from jump pads, and we're not really bothered about those because we'd rather use the rotors to unlock tier 3. Everything else is running smoothly. Let's just check. Yep, pretty smooth. The only thing that's not running smooth at the moment is going to be this. And the only reason this isn't running smooth is because of the screws. That's it. This is at 67%. And this one's running at 65%, which means this one is going to be running at 87%. So that's where the challenge is at the moment. Now, something else I've got here is a power shard. What a power shard allows me to do max at the moment are at 149. I'm pushing out 149 consistently. Which means if I come to here and put a power shard in, I can overclock this. So 149, I can go up to 159, so I can go up to from 15 to about 20. So I think we go up to 120, 120%. That should take this up, and we're going to make just a little bit more, an extra 0.4. See what this puts out. At the moment it's at 15. Now it's at 19.1. Still think we're okay. Maximum's 157. We're kind of pushing 153 right now. So I guess we can probably go up to about... I think 3 a minute's going to push it. I think this is going to break. I think we need to go to like 2.75. Yep. It's cool. So we'll go to 2.75 and try and reset this. See if it works. Nope. So we go to 2.6. Try this. Nope. We go to 2.5. Now we're okay. Max is 158.7. Capacity is 156. We're at 159. We're really close to the top. We're almost there. 159.8. But we've managed to overclock this an extra 25%, which means we're going to be making an extra 0.5 per minute. It actually says we're only making 2.5 a minute at the moment. We've got 21. So we're almost halfway there. Not bad. Got enough rotors now. Got enough reinforced iron plates now. Going to keep an eye on these. Screws are good. I'll chuck some more in just to be safe. Iron plates are full, so that's good. On this, screws are good. We'll chuck a few more in to be safe. Everything's working perfectly. Checking this out. And whilst we're not at 100% right now, again because of these, this one's only pushing 80%, as we can see. We're just not getting the stuff in and out quick enough. But we can fix that later. Alright, we can see there's a backup there, but this backup's fine because it doesn't affect anything else on the network. Everything else should be working almost at 100%. It's not, but it should be. I guess that's the iron ingot not coming out. That one at 91% as well. Alright, let me go and check as to why that's not working. 91%. 91%, and it looks like we just run out of power. Alright. Let's go and check. Find out what went wrong. It's going to be one of these. Yep, there it is. Run out of fuel on that. Run out of fuel on this. That one's off. So close. And then that one as well. So, I mean, you can chuck that back on, but as you can see already, we are really starting to struggle with power. Power is becoming one of the biggest concerns we've got right now with how we manage this. The biomass is going through, so that's all good. We just chuck 100 of that in there. 100 of that in there. 100 of that in there. And actually, we're going to chuck the wood in there for now. It broke down, but that was my fault. Let me check this. 100 in there. 200 in there. 200 in there. Okay. Actually, let's take the wood out. We'll swap that for wood. And biomass is in there. So again, that problem that we got with the biomass at the moment, this is really what's causing us a lot of challenges. But we are getting there with the smart plates. Again, we only need 50 of them. We're going to keep an eye on these, make sure we get to 50. It is making 2.5 a minute. There's nothing else we can do. We can't overclock anymore. We just need to keep an eye on this and wait. We can't make them manually. They have to be made in this machine. What we could do, because we're almost there, if we stop making the reinforced iron plates now because we actually have enough of these. So because we have enough of these, we can turn this one to smart plating now. Because of that, what we can do is put the reinforced iron plates and the rotors that we've got here. If we take the rotors out, split them in half, put 9 in here, do the same with the reinforced iron plates. And then we can put the other half in here. So now we can make smart plates through here, and we can make smart plates in here. So we're going to cut that in half. We need 28. There's going to be 10 more there. That will make 38 in total. And then a 9 here, which will be 40. Yeah. Still going to need a few more after this. But what's going to happen now is these rotors, which is what we're short on, are going to start to stack up here. They won't go in, but they'll back up like this. We can just simply swipe them, and then we can add them to here. All right. Reinforced iron plates and rotors are in here. Reinforced iron plates and rotors are in here. We're now making at twice the speed we was. It's not fully automated, so it's not ideal, but we're just doing this as a way to kind of get where we need to be. Then what we'll do, once this is finished, is we'll move this forward here. We'll move these forward, we'll clean all of this up, and we'll just keep this as this production, because this is pretty much it. The only other thing we're going to need to make is assemblers. We'll sort that out in a minute. But that right now is most of the factory complete. Biofuel is the only thing we're going to need. Obviously, that is a huge concern at the moment. We're constantly running out. There's not really much else we can do at this stage. We just have to keep pushing to get those plates done. 88 in there, 88 in there, 101 in there, and 92 in there. Right, so that will keep us going. Hopefully that will be enough. 79 in there, 181 in there. We'll swap that over, and then the biomass can just go in there. And that biomass is going to keep making this solid biofuel. That's it. That's all we can do. This is stop. I guess we could just use this for now. It's not important. But we do want to make some more coupons. Do have a lot of stuff in here still going through. So this will just keep chugging away. And as you can see, it's starting to make some to get us some more prints, some more coupons. This is all starting to stack up now, which is okay. Alright, so we've got 34 there. And then these as well. Alright. Still got 5 rotors in there, so that's good. 39 in total. 40 now. 10 to go. So that can be the 4 that needs to be made in there. Plus 14 on here, which, again, actually I can swap over. Put 11 in there. Just want to pick these up. Sometimes it can be really hard to pick these up. It's actually gone in, so that's fine. We're going to chuck some more in there. These are just being added to this, so that's fine. Alright. Okay, we're going to make this. It's going to work. So we're all good. We're happy. Because of this one, we're actually going to remove this belt. And we'll pick that one up that we needed. And then they'll start stacking in here. So, all right, 45.5 to go. Very, very close. Almost got another coupon. And so far, everything working. So just double checking foundations, walls, organization, logistics we've been through, power we've been through, production we've been through, and all of the specials we've been through. So everything now we've covered. We've finished all of tier 1 and tier 2, apart from the one item that we're not that bothered about. And we are just about 2 plates away from making sure that the space elevator can go up. Grab this one. And it feels really good when you finally get this done. Obviously this is a bit slow, but there we go. There's our 50. Let's head outside. And we head over to this and we're going to drop all 50 in. We can load it. Now we can seal it. Once it's sealed, this goes down. Really cool graphics. Now that's done, we can just send it. And that's it. We're done. Now you'll watch this go. It's going to just push this up. There it goes. One space elevator sent. Now for phase 2, we need 500 of those. That was just 50. Now we need 500 of those. And we need 500 assemblies and 100 of the others. So yeah, getting to this stage, that's going to be quite a challenge. 500 smart plates, 500 versatile frameworks, and 100 automated wirings. We're not going to be doing that for quite some time. So what we're going to do instead, we could actually pick that space elevator up, pack it away, and save it. But we can just leave it there. It's not actually causing us any harm whatsoever. What we can do now, though, is we can start to prepare for tier 3. Coal power. This is going to give us a coal generator, water extractor, pipeline, as well as support and junctions and pumps, a fluid buffer, and a scanner for coal. This is what we need right now. This is still going to cost us 50 rotors and 150 of these plates. So let's start by getting rid of this assembly because we don't need it. And let's get this making rotors, which it is, and let's get this making reinforced iron plates, which it is. So we'll just stack that up so it's got stuff in it. Stack that up so it's got stuff in it. Take out the rotors. Got the plates. Perfect. So right now, that's all we need. We're going to just keep these here for now. Oh. So what we'll do, we'll actually put it this way for now. Perfect. Going to put ourselves a merger together. So merging into here, nice and clean. Actually, don't think this is going to work. Wow, okay, it does go that way. That goes into there. It is not clean and not ideal, but it works for now. All right, then we're going to go for our assembler. And we're just going to check how close to the wall we can get this. I think that's going to be good enough. Kind of needs to be there. I think that's okay. I think that worked. Obviously that's a lot further out, gives us a lot more room to play with, so we can move all of these up in a bit. But for now, we're just going to leave this here. No power in that, we're going to leave that. Loads of stuff in there to go through still. Okay. Grab that. That's all done. Alright, we are running out again. So 109, 109, 113, 122. We can actually tell how long this is going to be because it's running 4 per minute at the moment, which means we've got, I would say that's what, 10, 20 minutes? 25 minutes roughly. Then looking at these two as well. This one's empty, but the good news is we don't actually need it because consumption's 115, capacity is 140. Max capacity is 138, so we're okay because we disconnected that one at the bottom there. We're not using that. And because we're not using the 30 off of that as well, so that's fine. Alright, so that's good. So this one doesn't need fuel. However, this one does. And we're about to run out. Which is in turn going to shut everything down. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Crap. Network's going to shut down. There's nothing we can really do about it. Apart from try and get this in time. Yep, should be good. That just ran out. We moved over to this one, so... Alright, we're good. 2.67 a minute. We're okay there. Four per minute. 79. Okay. So, what can we do now? Let's head into here. We need to get some... Got enough, actually. We need to send off this, this, and this. That's all we can do. We need to make some more rotors. And we can make rotors, but we're going to need some more parts to be able to do that. So we need to go and grab some screws. Well, let's just go over here and grab a considerable amount of screws from here. We also need some plates as well. So, haven't got any plates on us, so let's head back. There's the screws. I think plates are in this end one here. Perfect. So rather than just sitting there waiting, doing nothing, we're going to go ahead and craft. We can make 195 of these reinforced plates. Now, we don't need that many, but we can go ahead and make these. We'll make it up to like 100, maybe 110. Then we'll be able to go ahead and do the rest of the rotors because we can make those. And that will allow us, by the end of this video, to be ready for coal power. And in the next video, we are going to set up coal power. So today we set up the assemblers. We finished tweaking a few things on the base that we needed to do. And we got the space elevator set up and actioned. So quite a lot to do today. This is just that last little step now on what we need to do here. So, yeah, going to take some time to do this. These are quite slow, but we will. We'll have a quick break. Go and check out these, which all should be going into here. So, another 29 there and another 14 there. So let's send all of this up. And then we'll do a final count and see where we stand. So, done and done. Alright, we are halfway through the reinforced plate. But we're almost done on the rotors. The idea is to try and get these so they all go up at the same time. Alright, so what we need to do after we've done this is go and find some coal. Coal is going to be next on our list. When we go and find the coal, there is also going to be a few other things that we can discover. We'll talk all about that in the next video, but the next video is going to be quite a big one. And it's going to be a huge milestone for us in terms of never needing to run out and chop down trees again. we are going to have a consistent and never-ending supply of power. And that is very important. All right, let's see. I think that's good for now. We'll just chuck these in and see how we're doing over here. And check out this box again. Not really that many at all. Why is that? Because we haven't got any screws. All right, let's chuck screws in there so we're not waiting on anything. And on here, same thing. Let's chuck screws in here. It's just the screws we're waiting on. So we're going to just top those two up. Let this continue. All right, we can go ahead now and keep making these plates. So about 20 more we need, and then we need to do a few more rotors. We can make enough. Now we've also got enough to make another power shard, but we're not going to overclock anything just yet. All right, let's go ahead and do a few more rotors, maybe like 10 rotors. We'll pick up whatever's left, and then we'll make whatever we need, and then we're done. So again, we wouldn't be able to do this if we didn't have that abundance of screws and all the other items that we've got here. All right, there's not really that much. We're going to let that just keep working in the background, so they'll gradually start to pick up, and we'll use them later. All right, so again,